internet. Today I'm going to be doing my book haul for November and December. I did pretty good with my book buying those 2 months. I only bought 4 books in November and 6 in December, so I think I did pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into the books I bought. So in November I did pretty good until Black Friday, and then I hadn't bought any books in a while. I really wanted to do a little bit of book shopping, and I was also getting some Christmas presents, so I went to Barnes & Noble and bought some books. First one I got is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is a 2017 release. I believe it is another book that has to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, and all I really know about this is that the main character, Justice, I believe he's falsely arrested and he starts a journal writing letters to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's all I really know. I've heard it's really, really good, and I can't wait to read it. I also picked up Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna McGuire. This is the second book in the Wayward Children series, the first book being Every Heart a Doorway, and I believe this is supposed to be a prequel to Every Heart a Doorway. In Every Heart a Doorway, we follow different kids that have come from different worlds like Narnia, Wonderland, places like that, portal worlds, and they all kind of go to the school, and there's like this mystery element. And in this book we follow 2 of the characters from that book, Jack and Jill. We see what happened when they were in their world, and I really loved Every Heart a Doorway, so I can't wait to read this one. Last book I got on Black Friday was Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the sequel to Stalking Jack the Ripper. It's a historical fiction novel, and Stalking Jack the Ripper, it was a book about a girl named Audrey Rose who is really, really into forensics, and she was basically trying to track down and figure out who Jack the Ripper was. And in this one, I think she goes to a school or something. I'm not entirely sure what the plot is, but I really liked Stalking Jack the Ripper. I read it at the beginning of the year, and I can't wait to read the sequel. And the last book that I got in the month of November came in the November Outcrate, and that was The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. Honestly, I don't remember what this one's about. I know it has to do with magic and gemstones, and that's all I really remember. But I think I'm okay with going into this one blind. It's a YA fantasy. I've been really, really wanting to read some fantasy lately, so I will probably be picking this up pretty soon. Now, jumping on over to December, I again found myself at Barnes & Noble because I had a coupon, and so I decided to go use it. I got 2 books at Barnes & Noble. The first one being the Barnes & Noble special edition of A Darker Shade of Magic, but this book is absolutely beautiful. This is one of my all-time favorite fantasy books. The end pages have the characters on them, which is awesome, and then the naked hardcover says Ostravars, which is the saying that you say whenever you need to travel in between worlds. And then here's the end papers for the back. I think this is absolutely beautiful, and I had to have it. While I was there, I also picked up Warcross by Marie Lu. This is a 2017 release, and it's a sci-fi book. I believe it's supposed to be very similar to Ready Player One, only I've heard that it's even better than Ready Player One. It has to do with a virtual reality game, and I think a girl gets pulled into the game, or she's a bounty hunter for the people in the game, or something like that. I've heard it's really good. I really can't wait to read it because I really liked Ready Player One, and if this is even better than Ready Player One, it's gonna be freaking awesome. And also, I'm gonna try to go to a Marie Lu book signing in January, so I wanted to go ahead and have a copy of this so I could get her to sign it. And then all the other books that I got in the month of December, I actually just got yesterday. I went to my local used bookstore, McKay's, and got rid of some of those books I unhauled and got a few more with the credit that I earned. The first one is Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. This is a Snow Queen retelling. And Danielle Page also wrote the Dorothy Must Die books, which I didn't really care for that series, but I want to give her another shot and see what else she can do, so I wanted to go ahead and get this. And also, I mean, I really like the story of the Snow Queen, so I'm hoping that I really, really like this a lot more than I like the Dorothy Must Die series. I also picked up The Drawing of the Three, which is the second book in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I read the first book, The Gunslinger, a few months ago, and I liked it enough to where I wanted to continue with the series. It was a little slow starting, but I've heard that the further into the series you get, the better it gets. So I found this for $2 at McKay's, and it's the right edition that I needed, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up because I want to read it pretty soon before I forget what happened in The Gunslinger. I also picked up Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I really don't know anything about the plot of this one. I've just heard that it's amazing, and So many booktubers talk about how good this is. Lately, Cece from Problems of a Book Nerd has been raving about this book, and I trust her judgment a lot, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up since it was pretty cheap, and I've heard so many people rave about it. And the very last book I have to haul today is Not If I See You First by Eric Lindstrom. This is a YA contemporary about a main character who is blind, and I've heard that it's really, really good. This is a book that I wanted to read this year for Diversity Bingo, and I just didn't get to it. But it's not like I'm going to stop reading diverse books just because I'm not doing Diversity Bingo anymore. So I wanted to go ahead and pick this up since they had it for cheap, and hopefully I will be getting to it very, very soon. So that's all for my November and December book haul. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you thought, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!